This bridge links Kigali city's Kicukiro district to the eastern province's Bugesera district, and this is where Joseline Ingabire and her entire family, along with more than 1,000 other Tutsis, were thrown into the waters of the Nyabarongo River during the 1994 genocide perpetrated against Tutsis. None of her other family members survived, only she did, at just 8 years of age at the time. Another genocide survivor, Dafros Mukairere, also told us of how her loved ones were thrown into the same river but at a different bridge linking Nyarugenje and Kamonyi districts. This water and the way it flows reminds us of the 14th of April 1994 when our loved ones were hacked here. They included our parents, like I told you, a woman called Natalia and her daughter Fiet, who lived close by here in Gatagara, my older sister Muka Murenzi, and many more. People from Kanzenze, Nyiramatumi, Chugaru, and Karambi. We shall never forget them. Those are the people we remember and honor. Even now, when I look at these waters of the Nyabarongo River and remember the people they carried away, I am filled with grief. Some people were killed on roads by people they did not know. No one talked about them. They killed those fleeing from Kigali, while others were dragged from their homes in this area and killed on roads. No one was keeping count of those who were being killed. Who could know the names of those who died under such circumstances? Ibuka representatives in Rugari sector of Kamonyi district say that even though 755 names of victims of the genocide against Tutsis that were thrown into the Nyabarongo River have been compiled, efforts are underway to identify even more victims. The names here do not represent all of the Tutsi victims who were killed in this area, because some came from Kigali sector and part of Majerajiri. We are therefore still compiling names in this area, so that we can also erect a monument at the Nyabarongo River. It is not very difficult because we have genocide survivors willing to give us such information, but getting all the names is almost impossible. Some were thrown in while some of us were present, while others met their death after we had fled. However, that cannot stop us from uncovering information about what happened, because some of those who were thrown in managed to swim to safety and are now telling us what actually happened. Genocide survivors have remained grateful to the RPF Inkotanyi soldiers who halted the genocide against Tutsis and liberated the country, giving them a chance to rebuild their lives. I now have a wife and child, which is important progress in my life, because even though my entire family perished, I survived so that I might build up another one. None of that would have been possible without good leadership. Had the RPF soldiers not done what they did, none of us would have survived. Just as the president has frequently noted, the history would not have been narrated as we do, had we not survived to tell the truth today of what really happened.
When the
RPF won, we came out of hiding from the bush where we had fled, came out of darkness, and we have continued living our lives with the help of the government. Our children go to school, and we are truly grateful for that. Not being courageous only makes the enemy happy, and being courageous has the opposite effect. Usually every year on the 19th of April, genocide survivors go to honor their loved ones who were pulled out of Lake Victoria in Uganda and Tanzania and buried there after their bodies ended up in the lake via the Akagera River. But this year that has not been possible due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown.